Hey everyone, Sean here, and today what I want to talk to you more about is the benefits that your firm would receive if making substantial improvements to your employees' experience. Now, this goes beyond just making your team happier, making them more engaged in the work that they do. Your firm will also receive significant benefits from making these investments. And based on data we have from a Harvard Business Review article, which is linked with this content, can show it to you in numbers as well, also. Now, the key here is to make sure that you're making significant improvements to what your team really wants and go way beyond just the superficial things we've seen some firms do previously. But if you do make those investments, they will more than likely pay for themselves. Let me share with you some of the statistics from that article, which again is linked in this content if you want to know more, that those firms that did make those improvements have received. Now, when compared with firms that have not made those improvements, the firms that did received an almost 2x improvement in employee growth and pay, more than 2x return on average revenue, a greater than 4x improvement in average profit, almost 3x improvement in revenue per employee. And the big one, which I think is the most significant here because we're talking about profitability, is a greater than 4x improvement on profit per employee. For us, from a performance perspective, those are pretty dramatic results in terms of making these investments, in terms of the improvement that you will see at your firm. Now, the question that you might have is, okay, so the benefits are there, but how do I do that at my firm? What does that look like? Well, first and foremost, what you want to do is you want to prevent your team from having to do as much boring, repetitive, busy work as possible. They are not a big fan of having to do that work. Who would be, right? So, what you really should do is find someone to be able to automate that away from the responsibilities of your team. That will give them the ability to have time freed up to be reinvested in an area where you choose, which should be an area where they're the most engaged and they can use the skills and knowledge that they have to solve some of the bigger, more challenging problems that your firm faces, as well as overlapping with where your firm is the most profitable. So take that time back that you get from automating away the busy work and reinvest it back in the area in which your firm is the most profitable. Now, if you want any help learning more how to do this, please feel free to learn more about what I can do to help on my website at nextstep.io, or feel free to email me directly at sean@nextstep.io. And I want to thank you for engaging my content. I hope that you found it valuable.